Thank you. That was yet another appropriately themed 90s song brought to you by Julie, our very own Antarctic Cruise Line edutainment director. She's asked me to remind you the 6 a.m. start for the Walrus Watch in the morning, and then tomorrow night, right here, of course, will be 80s night. But before we take our break, I want to tell you about something special. On this 85th anniversary of the Shackleton voyage,
Attention, cruisers! As you all know by now, 8 o'clock is 8 o'clock here on the underbelly. Join us on the dessert deck for ice cream. Last one there gets vanilla. Next.
Hi, Julie.
Loved the show tonight. The thing is, that last ice song was supposed to flow right into the ice cream social announcement. Really need you to get on the program with that.
Okay, I know, it's just that we're sailing so close to where
Your great uncle, the
Right.
explorer,
Ernest Shackleton. We're just so close to where his challenging but ultimately triumphant adventure began, and I was thinking maybe we could have a special night.
Every night on the underbelly is special, Max. We have a 70s night. We have an 80s night.
Pretty locked into that, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Okay. Seems like a shame. Oh, you know, I brought all these antique costumes and vintage stuffed wildlife.
Cheer up, Max. The passengers love what you're doing. The passengers love what you're doing. The thing is, they signed up for the cruise package, including a nightly mix of winter-themed hits. And that's just what they'll be getting. There just isn't time in the schedule for your thing.
It's called Endurance. 4 hours with Ernest Shackleton, and this cruise is the perfect venue.
I know, you mentioned that yesterday and the day before, but we are sticking to the schedule, Max, so please, sometimes it is just better to give up.
Give up?
Uh-huh.
But that's hard.
I know.
Give up. How could I give up when just miles away my great-great-uncle Ernest Shackleton gave us all for his 22 men, kept them alive, dragging them across jagged ice floes and freezing waters? How am I supposed to give up on producing my 4-hour multimedia event in his honor? You know, I may give up on some things. Games that I'm losing at, and college, and relationships, just when they get weird. But I'm not giving up on this. I wrote a show about Shackleton, I wrote it when I was just a kid. Just a kid, just a real precocious kid. A show about Ernest Shackleton, I loved it, I gave it all I did. Yes he did, yes he did. Shackleton's inspiring cause of things that he went through. Shackleton's a hero cause he rescued all his crew. Shackleton's a subject that is crying out for more. Shackleton's the show that I am taking from my drawer. I wrote a show about Shackleton, I staged it at the gym. A history teacher said the script seemed factual to him. Shackleton's adventures ended encouragingly. Don't give up till you make it across the frozen sea. Sail the ocean, climb a mountain, come back to your man. Think it's time to put my Shackleton show on again. A pretentious, incoherent, loud, confusing mess. In the audience, a producer wanted to impress. At the party, after curtain, she said it needs work. I said, screw you, it is perfect. I think you're a jerk. I wrote a show about Shackleton, I keep it in a box. In the attic, in a box. A 4-hour show about Shackleton with medals, photos, turtle shells, and socks. Time to ask my mother if she knows where it is kept. Time to resurrect him from the grave where he has slept. Go where icy flows obstructing prose and vessels crept. Time to sing the songs I sung and do step by step. Shackleton. Oh yeah, Shackleton. Oh yeah, Shackleton.
Not to mention overheated. When are we going back home?
Not yet, my dear. If I wanted to look at icebergs and seagulls, I could look out my window on the island. I wouldn't have to make chit-chat with these dull people.
These dull people are the reason that we're here.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to hijack the ship.
Oh,
Oh, yes. I'm going to take them all back with us to Twitch Island. We've run out of orphans and shipwrecked sailors.
You said we were finished doing those experiments. You were going to get a regular job.
A regular job? And who would have me, huh?
With your abilities, you can do anything that you wanted to do. You could be a bounty hunter or work in a zoo.
No. This will be our final attempt. I'm sure that I've got the serum right this time. After this, nothing else matters.
All right, Ricard. You do whatever you have to do. I'll just close my eyes in horror.
Thank you, my dear. Now, if only the captain will be so willing to comply.
That is an ice storm sky if I ever seen one.
Captain, I thought I heard someone limping behind us.
Oh, that's just my jelly leg. Doctor said I should maybe get a peg, but, my co-payments are through the roof.
Captain, we would like to propose a little side trip to your cruise. Something educational.
Oh, you want to see whales?
No.
Most people want to see whales.
No, this is much better than a whale. It's a chance for the passengers and crew to experience a cutting-edge Antarctica research facility.
Well, as gripping as that sounds...
Oh, and it is, because it's only a few miles sailed to the south, to the tip of Twitch Island.
Twitch Island? You mean to tell me that place is inhabited?
Yes.
Twitch Island? I thought that was just a red exclamation mark on old maps. A place for shipwrecks and toxic waste dumps.
Well, there has been some of that, yes.
You see, some of that, and I believe there was a Greek fishing boat just the other day.
The Petropolis boys.
Yeah, went sea bass fishing, didn't come back.
Well, it can be treacherous for some captains, but for you, no, it would be a piece of cake.
Let me explain something. You guys are new here. The reason that I am an experienced captain is that I don't go sailing into ice storms at the beginning of winter, and I don't do unplanned detours. Plus, I'm retiring in 4 days' time.
That's right. Ricard and I were just talking about your retirement.
What? We were?
Remember, you were saying how you wanted to donate something to the old seaman's home, and I said, we have our own crusty old seaman right on board. Why don't we make the donation directly to him?
Yes! Yeah!
Oh, no. That's very, very, very generous, but no donations necessary. Thank you very much. I've got a lovely 2-bedroom ranch style waiting for me down in Sun City.
Oh, sounds nice.
It is.
Carport, Captain?
What?
Your new place, does it have a carport?
Well, no.
Oh, you're gonna want that, all that sun.
Yes, let us help you with that. Just a small donation to your retirement nest egg. A token of our appreciation for steering your ship ever so slightly to the south.
Well, I suppose we could, just for the afternoon.
Oh, just pop by.
Just in and out.
Hey, but we're going to have to be really quick about it because that ice storm is moving in.
Well, then I'll be up to the bridge in an hour with the instructions, with an envelope.
With money in it.
I get it, thank you.
Ricard, you're terrible.
I know. I know. If I seem too automatic, too detached and autocratic, can't help it, can't help it, can't help it, won't you help me to help it? If it seems that I'm too icy, don't say thank you, don't act nicely. Can't help it, can't help it, can't help it, won't you help me to help it? Can't help myself, help myself, help myself. If I'm rude and I seem distant, when you're nice, I'm resistant. Can't help it, can't help it, can't help it, won't you help me to help it? If I'm condescending, sneering, criticize within your hearing. Can't help it, can't help it, can't help it, someone help me to help it. Doesn't have to be this way, but every dog will have his day. If you don't like it, go away, I'll say. If it seems that I'm too snippy, if my shoulder seems too chippy, can't help it, can't help it, can't help it, won't you help me to help it? If I treat you too severely, never speak to you sincerely, can't help it, can't help it, can't help it, so will you help me to help it? Help, 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 help myself, help, 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 help myself, help, 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 help myself, help, 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 help myself.
Let's go.
I'm here on vacation mostly, but I can't help but notice with all that ice melting on the North Shore, I mean, that's perfectly good property under there. It's virgin, am I right? Can't you just, oh my gosh, can't you just picture it with some luxury condos and a Walgreens? Don't you think? Can't you see it? I mean, it's a little bleak, but I mean, there are thousands of people living in Antarctica now and doing their thing. But it is a niche market. Oh, we could get those SAD lights and promote the luxury of solitude, get black and white pictures of rich Nordic looking type, you know, the whole gig, 3 months of cable and a couple bucks of cocoa.
Okay.
I could have a whole presentation made out.
Yeah. So, Captain, like I was saying, Shackleton's ship starts to collapse, right? Slowly, inexorably, it is torn apart and sunk like a wooden toy in a vice. They all stood outside watching, but inside there are films and photographic plates, and someone has to get in there and get them 3 feet below the water line.
Couldn't they fashion a claw device of some kind?
I don't know.
It just sort of makes sense.
But they did get the photos, and that's how we have them. Hundreds of pictures of these dirty, determined men, first dragging their boats across jagged sheets of ice, then sailing hundreds of miles in open water, then near the end, Shackleton himself, scaling the mountains of South Georgia in one night. That's the story that I tell in my show.
Thought he just did.
Well, Endurance is a 4-hour multimedia event.
4 hours?
Oh, my.
There's a lot of costume changes. You know, I play all 23 parts. But it moves nicely. At least it would if I ever got to put it on.
Well, what the hey? Here we are in the middle of the Antarctic. Why don't you just put it on here for Pete's sake?
Oh, Captain, what a good idea!
Well,
Oh, I almost forgot. Krusty's the club room. It's booked for the entire cruise.
that's right. They got that god-awful singer down there.
Oh, I know.
Poor son of a gun sounds like he's had a laryngectomy.
He's had a cold.
Yeah, I wish they would at least have a television down there. You can watch the Home Shopping Network, Court TV.
You know, it doesn't matter about any of that because Ensign Julie said there's no room in the schedule and...
Oh, Ensign Julie said that. Well, we'll just see about that. Never will you mind. Ensign Julie, Ensign, a moment of your time, please.
Yes, Captain, yes.
This young man was talking about putting on a production of Shostakovich, I believe it was. Right. It's an epic of some sort or other. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it many times, Captain. Max even insisted I borrow his book about it.
Have you read it yet?
I'm afraid the cruise ship operations manual is the only thing I have time for at night.
It's too bad.
Leaving long voicemails to my boyfriend Brad.
Well, I think you'd find it very inspirational.
Shackleton. That's perfect. That's the perfect name for our pre-planned South Pole community. Don't you think? It's almost British. Who's this Shackleton guy? I wasn't paying attention at all.
I think he wrote some sort of big musical epic.
Oh, is that tonight?
I think so.
Sirs! Tonight is 80s night, don't you remember? Ladies from the 80s.
Ensign, do you always have to be such a...
Shut up, Captain. Entertainment director. You know that is my job, you know. I'm sure that you wouldn't want to see anybody up on the bridge, you know, in your captain's hat, now would you?
Well, no.
Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go write a speech for your retirement party. Max, can I borrow you for a moment?
Go get it, Talia.
Please.
I'll be right back.
You want to come see the poop deck?
Yes.
I wasn't trying to go over your head or anything, Julie, really. I was just talking to the captain and that real estate woman, and, you know, they kept asking me about Shackleton. It's just a story that resonates so powerfully.
Max, are you happy here?
Happy? It's a big one. Happy. I think of, like, my 8th birthday party, you know? Actually, I guess I did end up crying and making everyone leave when I lost the sack race, so that's not an example. Why do you ask?
Because I want you to be happy in your job.
I am happy in my job. I mean, there's a few tweaks, maybe.
When my mother recommended you, she'd heard from someone at church that you'd run into trouble doing a show in New York City.
Trouble. I mean, okay, well, I did get arrested doing a street performance, and I spent one night naked in jail, where I got stabbed.
I said to my mother, Mom, he's not going to like our regular old Antarctic cruise ship. I thought you would just chafe at all the constraints.
No, I'm not chafing. I'm happy to deliver reliable packages of nightly entertainment for target demographics. I like hits. They're likable. That's why they're hits.
I'm sure this sellout kind of straight job would make your friends back there puke all over their purple shoes.
Purple shoes?
You see, I don't even know what color shoes people wear up there. But neither do these passengers. They rely on me to select appropriate entertainment. We don't hire sword swallowers or gerblers or performance artists who spew bodily fluid.
Which I never do. It's just that...
Max, you have to make a choice.
I do.
Yes?
You've got to choose.
Do it one way or another.
One way you lose.
But you win it on the other.
You've got to choose.
You can do them two together.
Can't turn the screws.
It has taken you forever.
Tick tock, tick. That's the clock. The tick is tick, tock, tick. That should be a kicking quick, quick, quick. Do it quick and take a bow. Tick, sack, tick. That's the way you feel it. Shake, shake, shake. It is how to feel it. Quick, quick, quick. It's the time for dinner now. You've got to choose.
You want it all, but no.
Then you peruse.
Want it on a simple combo.
You've got to choose.
All the time that you are biting.
You've got to choose.
It's the time for your deciding.
Tick tock, tick. That's the clock. Tick and stick, stop, stick. That should be the kicking quick, quick, quick. Do it quick and take a bow. Tick, sack, stick. That's the way you feel it. Shake, shake, stick. It is how to feel it. Pick, pack, pick. It's the time for dinner now. You've got to. You've got to. You've got to. You've got to. Just relax and it will come to you.
There you are. Anybody see you come up here?
Of course not. I brought the envelope. I hope cash is all right.
And I don't want you to think that I usually prostitute myself out in this way. Or, well, I suppose anyway.
Oh, there's no shame in it, Captain.
It's just that I'm retiring in 4 days' time and I've got cats to think of.
Why, I'm an animal lover myself, Captain.
You know, sometimes Whiskers, that's the tabby, she looks up at me and, well, I swear she's talking to me. She's saying things like, scratch my belly, fill my food dish, download those bomb schematics. I don't know. I guess anthropomorphizing our pets is just human nature.
Well, perhaps they do the same for us.
Have you got those coordinates?
You'll find them in the envelope right next to the stack of hundreds.
Oh, holy mother of Neptune. That is an awful lot of cheddar for such a small favor there, Ricard.
Too much?
I didn't say that.
You'll see the instructions right there, up to the southern tip and into the harbor.
All right, okay, let's see here. All right, now we're going to have to be mighty quick about it because that ice storm is coming in at a very fast clip.
Well then hurry. Chart a course or whatever.
All right, hold your bridges up. What up? That's a funny thing here. What are these funny-looking figures here on the other side of the map?
I didn't even look at the backside. Irene likes to recycle the printer paper.
Oh, that's really strange there, but you got these weird-looking creatures on the
Oh,
other...
that's nothing. Just some Salvador Dali website I was surfing around. Looking at fun stuff.
You like surrealism?
Yeah,
Yes, I
well,
see. That
I've got
makes sense.
Photoshop. You see, I was just making Christmas cards.
Wait a minute. This is what passes for science down there on Twitch Island? Oh, I know what you're doing. I knew there was something fishy about you, Ricard, the moment I heard that faintly foreign accent. But you, you are no garden variety perv, are you? No, you're a very special sort of perv.
We all have our little peccadillos, Captain. It's not for you to point fingers.
Fingers? Is that what these are here on the starfish?
I wish you hadn't seen that, Captain. It's going to make this rather unpleasant.
I'll talk about pleasant.
As usual, Ricard, you have to do everything yourself. Now let's see. South is to the left.
So, like I said, I'm here on vacation, just getting as far away from the Tampa weather and my business partner / ex-husband / baby daddy / whatever you want to call him as I can get, you know. Well, with the market as it is, I mean, you try selling an apartment in an abandoned building with no air conditioning and 103-degree heat. I mean, really? So I just wanted to get as far away from that horrible weather as I could, and plus, you know, penguins were kind of cute, don't you think?
When they're not on top of you, sure.
I hear you live down here full time. That just must be fascinating.
Oh, it is. Especially on those long winter nights when Ricard and I play with his equipment and make up games like dog sled, mush mush.
Oh, God. Your people could go crazy like that, never seeing the sun.
Well, if Ricard is crazy, then it's because his father, the behaviorist, left him in a box for a month. But it's not because of Antarctica.
Oh, well, I can just see the love in your eyes. What with their strange dilation. Is anybody else?
I am feeling a little warm. I'm waiting for Ricard. Actually, he just had to see the captain.
Well, honey, give him some space. I mean, really. So tell me, what do you two do down there?
Just the usual things.
Oh, well, I mean, like, what kind of work do you do?
Oh, we make people better.
Oh, you like doctors.
In a way, the science is a little hard to explain.
Well, hey, I got B's in biology. I loved my science teacher, Mr. Lear.
Oh, good teachers are important.
There you
Ricard
go.
has done so much to me. I mean, for me.
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hope you're enjoying the show and getting drunk enough to dance.
Oh, you know.
Okay, well, during the break, I'm bringing this petition around to the table
Oh, what for?
for people to sign. Okay, no, really. It says you, as a passenger, want to see a special performance of Endurance, 4 hours with Ernest Shackleton.
Oh, I think the band sounds really good.
Oh, they do.
Really, we don't get that a lot.
Oh, who's the singer?
That's me, just up there on the stage, 4 feet away.
Oh my gosh, Irene and I were just talking about jobs. I think yours is the best.
Well, you know, it beats washing dishes, but I have to do that too.
I'm very happy with my work, although I do have some qualms. I do wonder if what we're doing is ethical.
Oh, well, ethics are important. I have to take a state-mandated realtor's ethics course every 5 years, so, I mean...
One day, while Ricard was out harvesting penguin eggs with his lacrosse racket, I came across a book in his library. As I read, I started to think, maybe self-interest shouldn't be the sole motivator.
Okay.
And then I got to relativism under R. And I realized that there are gray areas. I mean, even with penguins, things aren't always black or white.
Hey, look, doubting yourself and letting the ice melt in your drinks. These are both classic symptoms of depression, which can become especially hard going into that long Antarctic winter. There's only one cure for that.
Medication.
Okay, 2. But this one, you don't need a prescription for. This next song goes out to someone special. Someone who finds herself skating on thin ice. This song goes out to her. Plus, the person who put a fiber in the thin ice.
Oh, that's me. It's for us.
It's for us.
Okay, person, you know worse than many that I know. Okay, person, not the first one feeling all alone. Squirrels eat their nuts, and you're no better, a real go-getter you. Back up one who sits in nearest, you'll find your dearest friend with you. Okay, person, you're no worse than many that I know. Okay, person, not the first one feeling all alone. Take a break from all the aggravation, self-adulation too. Self-interest will make you enterprising, self-aggrandizing too. So, little lady, wipe away those tears. Cut yourself some slack. Not that bad. Don't feel so black.
Hello, cruisers! You've probably heard that loud crunch sound. That's just the sound of the hull's metal reinforcement bending. That's also why we're listing to the side. But the good news is we're going to add some extra tour days without charge to your cruise. The bad news is, well, we're stuck. But we poured peanut oil on the bow, and if the weather cranks up just a degree or 2 tomorrow, we'll probably pop right out. In the meantime, we're going to have to do some rationing. Please, 1 dessert per meal per passenger. Also, no drinking water. And please shower in groups of at least 3. There is a sign-up sheet on deck. Thank you. Your temporary captain, Julie.
Julie, I was in the middle of a song when I heard the crash. Shouldn't the captain be up here?
The captain is the reason why we are stuck. He took the ship way off course and then seems to have passed out at the wheel. He stunk of rum.
Julie, the captain doesn't drink. He's got that jelly leg.
I know he was a friend of yours, but Max, he is comatose in his cabin. He kept on drooling and shouting about Hawk from Buck Rogers. I don't think he's competent to guide this ship, so I'm invoking Article 2 and taking over as captain.
Look at that ice. We're really stuck.
Yes, I've got the cook out there right now, chipping away the ice with a cake knife. I'm going to take a shift in a few hours. There's really not much else we can do.
Well, I'm here to help.
I'm not sure there's much you could do.
Look, morale at a time like this is very important, Julie, especially good morale. We've got to keep spirits up. Deflect blame from leadership.
Well, that's true.
And since we have this open night in the entertainment schedule, I was thinking tonight would be the perfect night for a profoundly uplifting, epic musical.
Max, not that again. We have got a real emergency on our hands. There is no time for your ridiculous play.
Morale is a real emergency, Julie. More of an emergency than pack ice or a sinking ship or killer whales. Shackleton knew that, and you would too if you read that book. You know, when Shackleton was stuck in the Antarctic with his men, he organized sing-alongs and recipe swaps and even risque all-male burlesque shows to keep his men from turning savage.
Can we get some towels in the hot tub room?
See? Starting already.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the veneer of civilization cracks at lower temperatures.
That's exactly what Shackleton...
Oh, stop, right there. Okay. If it's worth the risk, I guess. Do your show. I'll just cancel my PowerPoint on affecting institutional change. Again.
Whole night. We've got time for the extended version with the walrus wedding and everything.
You know, you're pretty stubborn, you know that. You remind me a little bit of Brad.
Your pony?
No. Brad is my boyfriend from Winnipeg. He's stubborn too, in a way. Refuses on principle to leave Canada. Refuses to email me. That guy never returns my calls.
So he's in Canada, huh? That explains a lot.
What?
Well, I mean, come on, you've got a...
Yes. Yes, I do.
Sing about it.
My Canadian boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
I care for him so, but I know people, they just don't understand. My Canadian boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
He can't be with me, so I keep memories of my kind man. He'll be with me, I see him be. Eventually, I know that it's not hopeless, so I simply will not let him go. My Canadian boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
When his kids grow up and his wife gets well, he will be my man. My Canadian boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
It's a long shot I got, but I'm slow to let go of my little plan. He'll be with me, I see him be. Eventually, I know that it's not hopeless, so I simply will not let him go. My Canadian boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
Ricard, where had you been? I was in Krusty's waiting when the ship stopped.
The captain became an uncontrollable variable. So I had to take matters into my own hands. I mean, after all, I'm a bright boy, so I just turned the wheel the way I wanted the ship to
You
get.
were steering the ship you don't even know how to drive.
That was a bit of a problem, yes. And now I'm afraid the ship is stuck. So I think it's a good time for me to leave back to the station out there.
And leaving me here?
I was going to come back for you soon.
You can't walk out there, Ricard. It's the start of winter. A big solid ice sheet, solid, except when the gaping cracks open beneath your boots. You've seen how leopard seals poke up and snatch their meat.
Well, I can't stay here when the captain wakes up from his poker.
Don't you think I want to run back home too and be alone with you and play dog sled in the rusty tunnel and wear fluffy slippers and drink hot cocoa and watch your favorite documentary about Dr. Moreau with Val Kilmer? Don't you think I want that too?
Yes, I'm sure you do.
But you can't walk out there, Ricard. It's 40 below.
Well, then I won't walk. I'll drag a small boat behind me out to the edge of the ice, and then I'll paddle back to the island. Or I'll build a sail out of bloomers and rags. I mean, I know it can be done. That singer, Max, said his grandfather did it over 100 years ago. And that was before they had fabrics that wick away moisture.
How big of a boat do you need?
Not very big, it's just me.
Well, if you don't mind something a little old-fashioned.
Of course. It's perfect. As usual, Irene, you've come to my rescue.
Just don't forget to return the favor. Max!
Oh, hi, Irene.
Hi.
I was just getting my stuff together for the big
Oh,
show.
yeah, your thing. When is that?
Tonight, of course, Irene, in like 18 minutes. You should probably go ahead and get your ticket. There was a big buzz at dinner.
Oh, but first, let me go get my neck pillow. Why don't you come with me?
Did you see an artificial half boat sitting over here?
No, I was mostly looking in this direction. Why did you say artificial half boat?
Oh, it's a prop boat. It's Shackleton's boat for my show. God, which is in like 15 minutes.
He didn't realize it was half a boat.
You know? It was actually built by a famous one-eyed shipwright. It's part of the illusion of the theater. Who didn't realize what?
Ricard, he took your boat, Max, and he's dragging it across the ice with a makeshift harness.
Across the ice outside?
Yes!
That's bad! Crushing that ship is the first big climax!
I'm sorry, Max, but he's out there right now looking for open water.
Oh, this is terrible.
I know! And it's all my fault. He's smart, but he's not outdoorsy.
He'll ruin my show is what he'll do. What am I supposed to do without a prop boat? Pretend? I know what we've got to do. We've got to go out there and rescue him.
We do?
Yep. Here, put on these vintage explorer costumes. You can save your lover, and I will save my show.
Okay.
Sleep out here.
Oh no, watch me.
If you're falling asleep out here, you won't wake up.
Oh, that's just fine. I'll just lay my head on this nice, cool pillow with the white pillowcase and the matching duvet.
Ricard, it's me, Irene.
Irene? Irene, are the others with you? Can you hear them? Are they here?
He's delirious.
We're gonna have to act fast to warm him up. So, you want a spoon?
Why don't we build a fire?
Oh, I don't know what with. You know, the only paper I've got is this 250-page condensed endurance script. You don't expect. Hey. Hey. least it'll be of some use this way. We've been together a long time, old buddy. Ever since your 15-page first draft, typed on my mom's typewriter, carbon copies for all the neighborhood kids to play their parts. We were going to put it on for the parents, but Mom said no. Roots was on.
Captain!
Oh, my boat!
You're awake!
What the hell? I go and rest my eyes for a minute, and you go and you get us stuck in this pack ice?
Actually, Captain, that was you.
It's okay, Ensign. I've made some mistakes in my day, too, like hoarding those Beanie Babies. You know they're worthless if you don't keep the little heart-shaped tags? Ricard! That rat, he slipped me a Mickey! It hasn't happened to me since I was in that bar in Guam where I met my wife.
Well, we thought we had lost you.
Well, you damn near nearly did, Ensign. Let me tell you something. I could see to the other side. And while I was in the midst of my Elysian brunch, I could hear the call of the ship filtering down through my comatose state. I saw her, the ship that is, personified in front of me as a beautiful dental assistant beckoning me to my checkup and cleaning. I awoke in a sweat, and I leapt up here to find a mere ensign on my bridge, wearing my hat.
Well, somebody had to step up, sir, and as the cruise ship operations manual clearly states,
jeez.
that as
That
I am...
is a piece of garbage.
You co-wrote it, sir.
Well, only the chapter on shore leave. Oh, and the fun facts. Ambergris is a terrible contraceptive.
Well, the cook thinks that the ice is going to melt by tomorrow. He has a meat thermometer.
Oh, Ensign. Let me explain something to you. Do you see that ice out there? No, over there, actually, over there.
Yes.
That pack ice there?
Oh,
Do you know why they call that pack ice? It is because, Ensign, it packs. It packs against the hull of the ship ever harder, ever tighter, until you are in the jaws of a white-eyed behemoth.
the floor is buckling a bit.
Ensign, if we're gonna get out of here, it's gonna have to be right now. Not tomorrow, now! That book of yours there tell you how to restart the engines?
Actually, it says to shut down the engine. See, look, here's the shutdown procedure right here.
Well, then read it backwards! Because we're going straight ahead!
Straight ahead.
The underbelly, she's got 6 inches of reinforced steel. And, well, I could be wrong here, but I think she's got one more good ramming in her.
Well, let's hope.
Stand aside! Full speed ahead!
Thanks, Max. Your script makes a great fire.
Yeah, funny how quickly it burned after 15 years of writing.
I think my toes have frostbite.
Don't worry, we can just cut them off, save them for later.
Oh, that reminds me. I brought this to drink.
Serum 25. What is it? Some kind of schnapps?
In a way.
It'll certainly warm you up.
It's good. It's got kind of a brackish note in there. You know, I feel warmer already. I bet you guys know all sorts of ways to stay warm those long winters, huh? Huh?
Oh, yes. I have extra fat pockets in my toes and fingers.
You do.
It's called Avian Adaptive Sub-Zero Therapy, harnessing the metabolism of the penguin to someday allow humans to populate this vast continent.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. There's not a lot going on out there.
Have you ever seen a waddle of penguins on the ice? Or a raft of them diving for fish or sitting on eggs?
Okay, that's great for penguins, but for people, most people, they can't survive out here.
I couldn't until Ricard made me better.
Yeah, she was my first.
I'm cold-hardy up to 20 below.
Yeah, she walks barefoot on concrete floors, takes cold baths, chews ice.
I love the cold now.
Oh, but not enough.
No, not enough for Ricard.
You see, after Irene, I worked my way through the other graduate students with ever-increasing versions of the serum. So there was serum 21, serum 22. Oh, that was a good one. But after they were all gone, I had to find other research lab rats, such as fishermen, ecologists, cruise ship passengers.
Wait, when you say gone, where exactly did they go?
Oh, they're okay. Quite healthy, in fact. They're all out here somewhere.
A self-sustaining race of hard-working, monogamous, cold-hardy hybrid creatures. True Minguin.
Minguin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't very bright, but they were hard-working. Now, they would catch fish, they built a tool shed. Oh, they made that rock garden.
I love that.
You're just breeding your own slaves, aren't you? Like you're Thomas Jefferson.
But as the penguinification progressed, they became confused and unruly. They became insubordinate. They smeared feces and were uncharacteristically promiscuous. One day, a giant male found Irene alone in the bath.
I bathe in the nude. I always have. He must have thought me as a big pale fish. He paddled over and lunging slid into the tub and opened his enormous beak. And inside was a lolling human tongue.
I heard the splash and I rushed in just in time. Clubbed him with a full bottle of swab.
They're all like that. Menacing, indiscriminately horny. Then they broke out of their pen and began to reproduce on the ice.
Is that weebling wobbling sound I hear in the distance?
They must have seen the script fire. They'll be closing in.
Whoa, they're coming here?
Oh, and it's really a shame. Just when I figured out the instability of Serum 25.
Okay, we're just gonna have to make a run for it back to the ship. Serum 25. As in the drink I just drank?
Well, you of all people should understand, Max. Never give up. One last try at greatness.
You're not great, Ricard. You just try and control things. Just like Julie on the ship, or my mom, or all my teachers. You know what? You don't control anything. I think even Irene's realized that.
I haven't actually.
Okay, well I have. And maybe it's just the serum coursing through my veins, but I'm not going to let anyone control me ever again.
Max, please!
Please come join us, Max. Please come on. Please enjoy fish snacks. Please some sun. There's an evil glinting in your eye now. Since you tasted Serum 25, comfort in everything you try now. Feeling 50% more alive. Please come join us, Max. Please come on. Please return, relax, and ease. Get on.
You did it, Captain. You broke through. I didn't think it was possible.
Me neither. I may have punctured the hole, maybe bent the rudder a little bit, but I did it. Managed to cut a narrow channel of water straight ahead. And we've got just about enough power left over to...
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Dinner's really late, and the dining hall's filled with water, and there's a man running and screaming behind the boat.
Hey, Jay, do something!
You get below. Hurry, Captain, before the ice swallows us back up.
Ah.
It looks like that cute singer from Krusty's. Oh, he's just fallen. Oh, he's sliding on his stomach.
Oh, it's Max.
Oh, sorry. Max.
Thanks.
We're worried we left you behind us.
Out with Irene, Ricard, and the cook. Then we heard your screaming to remind us.
We rush to the stern to take a look. Please come join us, Max. Please come on. Come please enjoy fish snacks. Please come son. Come join us, Max. 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 Come on. Come on, come on. Come join us, Max. 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 Come on.
Max, you're okay. You know, I really made it out into the Antarctic, and you really made it back here. Did you see the cook?
No, I didn't. I was sliding and swimming too fast.
You know, Max, I finally read that book about your uncle. You know, he really was an amazing man, a real hero. So unrelenting and strict. I like that.
Yeah, he was okay.
You seem different from me now. Maybe bolder. Oh, puppy. Why didn't you say that when we get to port, we go grab a drink?
What about your little Canada connection?
It's too hot up there. What is that weebling wobbling sound?
Oh, don't worry about that. That's just some friends of mine. Don't worry, they're not hungry. They just ravaged and ate Irene. And just ate Ricard.
Friends. What kind of friends are those?
Just some fun-loving, beer-drinking park penguin friends.
Now, Max, you know that it's against regulations of any kind to have.
You can take that regulation book, stick it right up on the top shelf. I'm taking this tub over, not letting anyone tell me what to do ever again, even if it's reasonable.
Max, I'm just beginning to like you.
Hey, who knows? Maybe one day you'll be sitting on a pier, dangling your feet off, and I'll just pop up between your legs.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we got out of that ice.
Full speed ahead, back to port.
Sorry, Captain. This cruise has been extended to permanent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Max, what has happened to you? Have you just given up on everything?
Oh, Julie, you of all people should know there's one thing I'll never give up on. Now stand back. There's going to be some intense choreography.